Hey guys, this is Jim Anderson. The picture from God that he took of spirits. He'll explain it to you.
Clear my throat first. Hi, everybody. Basically, when Tyler and I got together on some of this stuff, and he saw my material that I've had for a few years, and then some of the stuff is earlier than this, just in the last year or whatever. But I started really looking over stuff and realizing that it's not by chance. I feel like God definitely was giving me some messages. So for what it's worth, you can see what's on the screen here, and I'll bring it up, and you'll understand that basically you're looking at, well, we'll just cut it down into this first. This is like basically the pillars, and you know about Jacob, Boaz, and the whole thing that's connected with pillars. I can't go into all of it. I'm just doing a rough draft here anyway. And definitely you have a boat here. It's kind of like no denying that that's a boat. I think it's very odd that these things are in the sky together. And I'm driving down 95 in Florida, and I'm in the storm in front of me is like a dragon in front of me. I know that sounds crazy. You can't see the dragon yet, but anyway, to my side, I'm snapping pictures without looking while I'm driving because I know I'll get arrested or I'll wreck. So basically, this is the boat, okay? And I don't think anybody can deny that that is definitely a depiction of a boat.
Yes.
So based on that, we'll bring it down a little bit. Sometimes I feel like you can see better when I bring it down, and then I'll bring it back up. Maybe it'll make more sense. Here is a shark, basically, with his mouth open, going after an alligator. Looks very much like an alligator. I lived in Florida long enough, I know what they look like. Plus I have a few of their boots. So basically, you can see that that has a depiction like an alligator. And then the shark, you can even see the teeth. You can see the open mouth and the eye. Now, is this all by chance? Well, I don't think so. I think there's a lot more involved in the picture that even I know. So I'll show you something else that's biblically sound, and I'll bring it back down. Sorry, I don't know the computer as well as Ty does. That's why he's here to help me. And you can see, if you look closely, you'll see the wheel. There is a wheel in here. And I know you've heard about Ezekiel and the wheel and things from the Old Testament. Well, God's the first. He's the same yesterday and forever, so he never changes. So why should anything else change from certain signs that he's going to give to us? And I feel like there's definitely a reason for this in the sky. And I have another picture that I can go to that'll show you another depiction. It'll also show you 95 with a truck going by. But not that that's worth anything, but you'll see where I was at with it. And then this, definitely you can see the center of the wheel, which is right there, and then the rest of the wheel is very clear to me. I don't know if you can see it that good from here. But the information is that I do believe, there's a reasons for all things. And there's, like I said, in front of me was this dragon coming across, and there's some other things going on in the picture. And even the trees took on a kind of a demonic kind of form. That's a little creepy to say it that way, but it's the only way I can put it. It's almost as though the trees were alive, kind of like a bear, or took the form of a bear. And I don't know what everything means, but this is one of my first, major depictions of what I was supposed to take pictures of. So anyway, thanks for now, and we'll talk later.
Thanks, guys. On the bow.
Well, it's interesting because there's faces in here. It's like this is a face right here. All right, I'll bring it up. And when you're looking at this on the bow, it's like everything's three-dimensional, which I've been having experience with all the three-dimensional stuff anyway. I know I'm not cross-eyed, but there is faces within the face. It's like you get a profile of a larger face, and then you have the smaller face. Well, okay, it's not crystal clear. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can here. But when you bring it up, you can see where it's like this could be definitely an eye and the mouth and so forth. Now I'll bring it down. It brings things more into perspective. And you can see that the bow of the boat is here, but there's some indication about something to do with the person. And then I'll bring this over so you can see the boat. There's the boat. You can't get away from that, but there's also a face that's on the boat. Well, I have other pictures. that have indications with boats and that kind of a thing too, with a face. I don't know what it all means. Alright, so then when you come to here, well, let's go above the boat. Bring you to the alligator and the shark. There's the shark. There's his little old beady eye right here. It's either here or it's here. And there's his mouth open. Boom, right there. Got the tail of the gator, which is about right. And it does. It looks like it's shaped like a gator. It's what it's supposed to represent, I think. So then we'll go over to the rest of the picture. And in fact, I'll have to bring it down a little bit. Well, actually, I'll bring it down and show you where the wheel is. This is quite interesting because there's a wheel here. And you can see it's a wheel. Literally circles into the cloud. Plus there's like a shaft running down into here. Possibly the person riding the thing. I don't know. I'm so not knowing what it all means. But there you can see the wheel. There's the circle of the wheel. There's the hole in the center. And then there's the wheel. Right around here. Like that. I don't know how to operate my little hand very good. Anyway, well, you can tell I'm a real pro. Okay, so bring this up. Here's what's interesting. I started examining between Jacob and Boaz and all of this stuff here. I know a lot of people know about that. I'm not even that up on everything. There's the boat, you can't deny it. There's the gator, you can't deny that. There's the shark, there really is no denying that. Here's this pillar thing going on. There's the wheel. And here's Jesus. As far as I'm concerned, that's what it reminds me of. Jesus is right here, sitting down. There's another man here. I'm bringing him up so you can see him good. And I think this is pretty cool because it has like an outline of profile of Christ's face, the way I look at it. I'm not saying it's Christ, but it could be representing him. And sitting down, and there's hand rested on his shoulder, or you can almost make it out like he's looking.
Yes.
Profile that way. Here's another man's face, starting at the eye socket, down to where his nose would be, and his mouth and beard, looking up at the sky. Jesus looking this way, and here's another man. It looks like his eye is here, his nose is here, and his mouth is here, and beard. Long beard, whatever. So I don't know what this all means, but I have other pictures that will blow your mind. And they have the boat in it, and they have the boat of all boats. As well as the person who was in that, which is Noah. So I'll bring it down. I go the opposite of where I'm supposed to go. I'm so stupid.
You'll get there.
I'm who I am. Okay. But you can definitely make out this boat, and you can make out an alligator, and you can make out the shark. And the interesting thing is the other picture where I'm driving right in front of my car head on is this giant dragon like thing, and it's just bizarre, all this stuff.
And we'll do a video on that one.
Yeah.
Guys, give us comments what you think and what you see in these images.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And you know, for what it's worth, I think God uses very unique ways to communicate with us, and I think that this definitely, no one can deny there's a wheel there, and there's a boat there, and there's an alligator there, and a shark there eating the alligator, or about to. Jesus sitting down and resting his hand. There's Moses looking up, and possibly Noah. I don't know. Wouldn't that be cool? And then you got the pillars, which people know about that. I don't even know enough about Jacob and Boaz. I just know that the Illuminati uses it. Okay, that's it for tonight. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
God bless.